Margaret.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. And I would love it if you could tell us who you are and which branch you served in and how art and creating art has helped you and is helping you cope with mental health and your military trauma and what creating your beautiful art has done for you.
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
I am.
Go ahead, dear.
Thank you for asking. My name is Margaret Abdullaev, depending on who's saying it. And I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and I had to leave that, and the only way out was in the Marine Corps. So I joined in 1979 and went to Camp Pendleton, and from there my first duty station was Parris Island, South Carolina was the duty station. My first work station was 29 Palms, California. So I was stationed in 29 Palms, California, and it was the first time I had come to California from St. Louis, and I was excited, but it certainly was a difficult place to be. 29 Palms. So I'm not sure I adjusted well, and life went on, and I ended up in Camp Pendleton, and then from there I didn't stay in long. So I got out on a medical, honorable discharge.
Margaret, what'd you do when you were in the Marine Corps?
I was trained in 2500, which is telecommunication, and this is where you learn the little ticker machine that you see stenographers in the courts use. And I'm good with communication, or at least I was at one time. And so I thought I was going to continue with that, but that's not where life took me. And I eventually got out. I turned 21 in boot camp, but I got out when I was 22.
Yeah, I know you were medically discharged.
Medical discharge,
okay,
right.
So
honorable discharge.
Okay, very
yes.
good, and very good. And do you want to talk about how being a disabled veteran impacted your life and how creating your really beautiful artwork has helped you cope better with your military trauma?
Yes, the adjustment of going from being a civilian to a military person is literally life-altering, life-changing, and there are some adjustments that must be made. And when you can adjust, well, you cry or you try to figure it out, you know, and you get in your head and it's jumbled up there, and no one's helping, and you know something's not right. So at some point when I was 16, I started crocheting. After I got out, I realized that I enjoyed creating, and that was the only thing that really soothed my mind. And I continued to crochet. Crochet turned into macrame. Macrame went from there to another level. And every year I was noticing that I'm getting further and further into this. And I had bouts of homelessness and depression, and I'm now a 100% disabled veteran, and I thought I had PTSD, and I recently discovered that I don't have PTSD, which is great, but I discovered I have a major depressive disorder with psychotic tendencies, which means that, well, I guess I hear voices that others don't. I see things that others don't, and that's all right with me. So once I discovered that, I have some disorders that say that I have voices, I turn those voices into creativity. And every piece that I have created is literally the voice in my head projected in real form. So that is what I think. That's what I hear. Those are the voices I hear. Create this. Oh, this looks good. Oh, put some copper on that. Oh, what about covering the cowrie shells with leather? Oh, those are the new voices, and they're wonderful.
Go ahead and show us your pieces
Okay.
and tell us the significance.
So this is one of my African cowrie shell medicine bags, and I put Zen, Z-E-N, with my medicine. And what I do is I macrame and I crochet around a cowrie shell that I have split in half. And in the back of every one of my pieces is a secret place to put a gemstone or a affirmation note or anything that you consider medicine for yourself. And then it's worn as a necklace or a belt or like a purse, like this one. It's the same thing. And I just decorate them with pieces of leather, beads, and other shells.
Excellent. Can you tell me about that incredible walking stick and the significance and the story behind it?
This, I have a incredible and unique walking stick that represents certain places in Africa, with the head and the body. And then there is a crocodile that has a particular message or significance. And I macrameed her a little jacket, and she also has a bag that has a little baby in it. And then I have gemstones in the bag that she carries around.
And I want to ask you about your name tag. And can you tell me, Margaret, your name, and I know it's an African word,
Yes.
and what that means?
I had the pleasure of visiting Ghana, Africa, and I spent a month and a half there. And I found that the Ghanaians have names according to the week, the days of the week they were born. And I was born on a Wednesday. So a Wednesday child, girl's name is Ekua. And so I use my African name, my Ghana name, whenever I can.